Yeah, every time I see Moon play, and it's like Ozzy said it the other day. I can't remember exactly how he said it, Ozzy, but it's like Moon puts himself into a disadvantageous position like every game,
Yeah.
and does a an almost perfect job at getting himself out of it and nearly winning. But it's like he'll just be so behind, but then the way he makes up for it is just like the way he moves around the map and counterattacks and all this stuff, and he doesn't quit. Like even like that last game when those vultures came into PBJT's base, he didn't leave. Like most people leave there,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Moon's kind of got the same spirit. If you get, 3 vultures into his base, and he loses 10 probes, he's not gonna leave the game, and he'll make it entertaining for another 20 minutes. Somehow he finds a way. It looks like he's going
We're going to go
center
9.
gate.
It
Oh,
could be a 9-9, could be just a center gate, but I'm leaning more towards 9-9 with the timing, the timing of this.
Martosis just messaged me and said he's down to
Nice.
go next.
Good deal.
Interesting, although long casting to do him and Wolf while Wolf's up on a TVT, like maybe a best of 3, but it would be entertaining to see him play Moon too.
Okay, so it's just gonna be 1 gate, looks like.
Center gate, last scout. That's the 9 gate too.
Yeah.
So
The scout timing won't matter, other than not getting the probe harass.
yeah, it would be nice to get the gas steal too. Oh, I just found out Gypsy's in CPL. That's crazy.
Wait, is he really? I didn't see him on there.
Yeah, he just messaged me and said he signed up.
Okay.
Well, we'll see if Moon gets anything done with this. Wolfix has, like, I would say his high point is micro.
There's 2 minutes left, though. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying. I think that's crazy that he made his. Did he make his core in the middle?
Yeah, he
of the
made his
map?
core in the middle. Because we don't have another pylon.
He should have went second pylon, second zealot.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Now he has to basically. He can't lose that.
Yeah, the
Like,
zealot can't die.
Yeah, and we have an awesome Sim City.
Yeah, the single zealot feels like it's not going to be able to get enough damage. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. It's going to have to soften these Marines up quite a bit for the Dragoon.
Is he gonna get the first? Oh, I thought he was gonna get the first hit. Wolfix has good micro. That's what I was saying. Is I think his 2 strong points in the game are micro and game knowledge or decision making.
Mm-hmm. Wait, we did go second zealot, so we cut a bunch of probes to do this.
Wow.
Okay, well, we got 1 Marine.
Gets stuck.
Oh, man. Actually, this is pretty bad for Wolfix now. Because we're going to have 1 Dragoon is going to be coming, like, relatively soon.
Yeah, but it seems like he's going to be able to deal with his zealot and then post on the ramp. And it looks like he's going maybe proxy second factory or starport.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty awesome.
Good
He
timing.
can just camp here, or maybe he just runs straight to Moon's base.
Well, that's kind of the thing. If when a Vulture gets into the main base of Moonrai, the game can just end. So Moonrai actually can't send this Dragoon in, or the next one at least has to go back home to defend himself because, yeah, if this Vulture gets inside, it's over, and he has to respect that. I actually don't like that Wolfix is out on the map with his Vulture because it means Moonrai is going to be scared of the run by, so he's going to send this over, which means our proxy factory is actually not going to be able to get a Vulture inside.
Looks like he went add-on. Probably. I guess I would have to guess it's speed. I guess mines make more sense. But you're right, though. He kind of incentivized Moon to...
Yeah, he...
yeah, but hopefully it's got to be mines here with the lack of scouting. He could be worried that it's like a DT follow-up or something. And then looks like Moon's got at least a second gate in his base. Any other tech?
No.
No Citadel? Okay.
Well,
Oh,
the goon chased
oh.
the SCV, so these vultures are gonna get inside anyway, which is crazy.
And
There's
mines.
mines.
Yeah, this is.
Any probe kills here are pretty huge because we've already had to cut so many probes, and we got the extra factory just going to be pumping vultures down into the base right now. And with all these mines being laid between, like, I don't see how Moonrai digs himself out of this situation. Should be a second goon coming out relatively soon, at least. I'd like to see mines on top of the... Yeah, there we go. To pop the gun.
The shift micro. That was awesome. Bugged out on the goon.
Mm-hmm. Moonrai trying to see if he can go up the ramp, but there's 4 Marines, 2 Vultures, and he's laying extra mines down as well. Looks like
Sure, he's making a tank in the background too. Yeah, that's GG.
Yeah, he'll never be able to get these units up. He has to walk through a bunch of mines to get there.
But in Moonrai fashion, like I was saying, I mean, he's not gonna leave the game. I mean, the guy's super tenacious and.
And Wolfix, understanding the player he's against, making turrets everywhere in his base just in case.
Oh yeah, I mean it's the only way he could lose now would be if it was like a proxy robo and a reaver flies in, or and Moon's not really a reaver guy, so we got the GG.
GG. Game 1 going to Wolfix. He's on fire today, guys.
Well, we all know what Moonrai said under his breath after that game. Who does that?
Who does that?
Who does that? Who makes a second factory? That's perfect response by Wolfix, though.
It was actually a very good response, yeah. Although, it's not so easy for Wolfix if Moonrai doesn't chase the SCV, though. That was kind of the big issue.
Yeah, just not being on hold position.
Yeah.
But even still, I mean, he was going to get up there with mines.
He would have got up there with mines, but... Yeah. But it does make it a lot easier, obviously. We get a bunch of shots. One of the vultures was like half health, right? So like maybe you can even kill a vulture and get the second goon out. So it's possible he's fine.
Man, I'm bummed out Wolfix isn't going to bust out the 6 racks this game. I don't know if you've seen him or hear him talking about it, but yesterday on ladder he was 6 racksing all races and crushing people with it. And then I won't spoil anything for the SSL, but we did see a 6 racks in the SSL.
Yeah, I heard it was mentioned. So what's the deal? I guess is it the single racks though, right? You obviously can't go 2 racks off of that, so
yep.
You're just getting like a quick couple Marines out, or what's the deal?
And yeah, you get 3 Marines show up at Protos's base right before the first goon pops. And then you bring the boys.
Okay, I was gonna say.
I haven't done it. The worst thing I would do is 8 racks in the center of the map. 6 racks is pretty insane. But Wolfix says it's really strong, so...
Currently, Wolfix is up 1-0. Alright, Moonrai gonna get the first scout. Got that going for him, at least.
Yeah, everybody going standard opening. These spawns are great for doing a timing push as Terran. First Protoss on this map. You can walk over there without having to fight your way up the high ground at the mineral only. And then the rush distance is pretty close.
Exactly. Yeah, the Protoss not having the defensive high ground makes such a huge difference on timing pushes.
Yep. Yeah, and you can push and take 12. And it's good for splitting the map and everything else. Looks like this probe is just being so annoying. What else is new with the probe?
What a disgusting race, huh?
Unit. The probe is just very good in the right hands. I mean, I've said it before, I've lost to S-rank Protoss players on ladder who come in with 2 probes really early and just murder my SCVs building everything. It is a really good unit. The SCV micro is hard, man. To be able to do that moving attack, it's very hard to do.
I actually would like to see. It's one of those things where it's something you don't get to see the pros play against because it's not actually good to do if you know how to respond or like how to micro correctly. But I would like to see it a couple times, just so I could see it done. It's the same with like proxy 9-9s and stuff, or like why is 9-9 so bad in PvP, right? Because it works really well in the ladder, but you don't see pros doing it because it's completely pointless to do it in a pros most of the time. Oh, Mooney's low? Okay, hang on. Thank you for telling me. All right, talk a little bit, Mooney.
I'm talking away. Terran's the hardest race to play. What's up?
Is that good, guys? Looks like it's the same volume as me now.
Yeah, so Wolfix got to see range, so he knows it's a 23 Nexus. And Wolfix should be probably coming down to make a bunker right now. Looks like the SCV's on the way. Super standard. Vultures coming out.
Yeah, everything looking very standard so far. Was it? I guess it was 23 Nexus. Looks like.
Yep, exactly. And man, Vultures just murder shields, so fast. Wolfix probably gonna go mines and go at least 2 more Vultures. I know people have been liking to go 4 or 5 lately.
Yeah, Moonrai sending these 2 goons up, and we'll have this one set on the ramp. So right now, 2 goons isn't really that scary. You can keep going Vultures into that. And obviously, if they overstay, you'll see the mines get laid down behind the Dragoons, and you try to push them into the mines. Moonrai should be wary of that. Whenever there's a Vulture that gets out on the map, for me as the Protoss player, I'll try chasing the Vulture for a little bit, but as soon as I lose track of it, and it's been, you know, you're reaching that certain time where mine should be finishing, I start pulling these goons back because I get very scared of walking through the mines.
Again, we don't have the hold position, but we got another goon. Second gate before a robo, it looks like, or did he make a robo?
It was second gate before Robo, yeah.
Robo first.
It's about the same time, I guess. Robo builds a lot faster than Gateway, though, I believe.
Okay. So Moonrai playing standard. I'm shocked he's going for a fast observer. He usually doesn't play this way.
Yeah, and Wolfix actually pushed those guns away before he laid mines. I feel like there's a little bit of a missed opportunity.
Is that an eBay before Armory up by the main CC?
Oh,
Oh,
we're on Starport.
Starport, no Armory. Wow. Yeah, this is kind of what I was saying, is Moon is kind of notorious for not making observers. And so I think Wolfix is kind of banking on that here. But Moon's already spread out good. He's got like a goon at 12 o'clock.
Yeah, Wolfix gonna run up here and check to see about maybe a third time and get the mines up so we can try and deny. But good pullback from Moonrai, gonna kill off one of the Vultures, the other one getting very low. So these Vultures are gonna be pretty soft too for the drop.
And now I'm wondering if we didn't go siege, and if maybe Moon's gonna walk across the map here with the observer.
Yeah, well, one nice thing about getting these mines up here is Moonrai's gonna bring the observer over here first, which is gonna make it where the dropship actually might be able to get on the map before we are able to spot that with the observer.
Yeah, he's got that goon at 12 o'clock though. It looks like the dropship's probably, he's at least gonna see it and maybe get a pot shot off on it. Oh yeah, he should definitely see it. I don't know if the goon's gonna be able to shoot it. Yeah, but Moon's screen wasn't there. Oh,
Okay,
he saw it.
He saw
He saw it on the mini map.
So we'll see probably 2 unloaded here. Maybe just the 1.
Oh wow. Oh, the mine. Oh.
Yeah, pretty good by Moonrai, targeting the dropship, staying away from the mines.
Yeah, we're in trouble now. I mean, especially, I couldn't tell there because everything died so fast if he went speed. And there's no siege. Oh, I hope he has siege. I mean, if Moonrai realizes that he could walk across the map and win right here.
Yeah. Yeah, he has a lot of
he got the
guns right now.
dropship. He has no reason to stay home. Fast Arbiter from Moonrai. Okay, he did get siege. That's good. So we're fine.
Yeah.
Definitely looking behind as Terran. Like, losing the dropship and those 4 Vultures for nothing. I mean, I don't think he got a single probe.
Yeah, we killed only 1 Dragoon so far. So definitely a good start for Moonrai this game. And surprisingly enough, it looks like we've actually been making probes. Which is
I wonder if this...
crazy.
Yeah, Moon's definitely been getting better about that.
Yeah.
That I wonder if that mine's gonna yield some dividends later. I could definitely see that happening
I know,
when
I
we
keep
move
kind of
that goon
looking at it.
away. Yeah, I'm gonna try to my best to keep an eye on it. And looks like another dropship's coming, maybe.
Yeah, going for the redrop, which is actually really smart because he's gonna try and pull him into this mine. I think this is part of why he went for this drop here. So we're actually gonna want to drop it. So we're gonna drop it up here to try and make this goon walk into it. But oh well, here it comes. Yeah, gonna try and pull it away, trying to bait this goon, but it's not listening. Meanwhile, the dropship went into the main.
It was just a one vulture just aimed at trying to pull this goon in here.
It's possible.
How many kills have the vulture got? Okay.
Up to 3 right now, and this goon just not taking the bait, man.
Man, I just want to see that mine go off so bad, just for the sheer pleasure of watching the probes explode. But it looks like Moon put everything on hold position, and the cannon's gonna kill the mine. That's too bad.
I wonder if Moonrai... Do you think he remembered that mine being there? It's not impossible because he actually was controlling this goon. He did not run it through the mineral line.
Yeah, he put it on hold position again for sure.
Yeah.
And Wolfix definitely... I mean, it's hard for me to imagine. His supply has kind of gone up, but it's hard for me to imagine a push actually working. I imagine that he's going to just push up onto this high ground and take the CC on location. He's bringing some SCVs, probably for a turret and a CC.
Yeah.
But man, Moon really doesn't have that much.
Yeah, his
Is that
supply
all he
is
has?
surprisingly low for how well he's deflected everything so far.
Yeah, I mean this fourth was okay. We're just gonna sit here though. I'm sure Wolfix, he has a window here, but he doesn't know, right? He feels super behind.
Yeah.
Hopefully that observer doesn't bug out the turret there at the third.
It did.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, there's nothing about this situation that would tell Wolfix that he's actually able to push right now. And he also would be kind of scared of pushing into the Arbiter. Like, the way it typically would work out with how this game has gone, if we tried to push, right, we'd be getting delayed over and over again. And when the Arbiter comes out, it would just be an absolute nightmare trying to fight through that.
Yeah. Wolfix kind of in a tough spot. Starving for gas.
One nice thing, though, is that because we went for dropship play, we did at least have easy access to the science facility, so we do have our 2-1 upgrading at a pretty decent time.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, just may as well have gone upgrade, Terran behind it. Wolfix is always so good about getting the vultures on the map and mining up all the expansions. He's always harping on the other Terran players in the Discord about making sure they're staying on top of scouting for bases, which is true. It's really annoying for Protoss, you know, if you're the Terran player, run around and lay mines everywhere. It's another task that they have to deal with. And
well, it's hard for Protoss actually to deal with because you have to bring like your goons in the observer, right? And you have to keep up with it. You have to make sure you're killing the mines. But then you also have to worry about the vultures intercepting your probe because they can kind of predict your probe movement as you're killing mines, and they know where your army is, and you don't know where these speed vultures are. So it can be very, very annoying. But he is actually going to take the natural here instead of the corner first, which is actually kind of good for him because he's going to avoid the vulture up here.
Yeah, a little surprising. I mean, when I'm playing Protoss, I prefer to get those corners as possible and get more gateways going. So
it's very important
that if your main get pushed, you have, you know, another spot to reinforce from. Wow. We got a lot of stuff here. I wonder if he's just going to go for a quick recall. As of now, there's no recall defense at all.
Yeah, we're sitting on a bunch of scans right now, but I don't think we've checked Arbiter at all. I don't think we've checked the tech or anything. I haven't heard any scans going down.
I haven't heard any either. Yeah.
Well, at least we're making more scanners. I mean, I feel like if Wolfix were coaching me and my scanner was hitting 200 energy right now, he would be freaking out at me, so I feel like I should call him out for that at some point.
Maybe he knows and he's just banking in case there's like a stasis bust or something. But there's a vessel now, so he should be getting EMP. Yeah, he's starting to mine up here. Yeah, his factories are definitely late. like these other 2 factories going up to 7 at the 13-minute mark.
Mhm.
I'm sure that's because he went upgrade Terran and that there's no 3rd gas here.
Yeah.
So he's a little gas starved, as you can see. He's got a lot of minerals and not a lot of gas. That's kind of one of the downsides of taking this base. I often like to take that, you know, the gas base too at 3 o'clock, like almost at the same time if I can.
Yeah, it can be very easy to pivot into a 4th base from this base. But I think he kind of delayed it because, like we were talking about, he had to have felt like he was very far behind, so I imagine he wouldn't have felt comfortable taking an early 4th. He didn't know that a supply would be decently on time. It's getting 12 o'clock, seeing the Moonrai hasn't taken this base. This also could be an option for a base if we decide to push into the main as Wolfix. One of those bases where pushing is defending. But Moonrai banking
Yeah, it
up
would
energy.
be.
Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. Yeah, I was gonna say it's good. It would be good versus Arbiter too, because you're just kind of naturally defending your main from recalls by defending that base. It's a super good base to take in these spawns. Moonrai maxed out and probably looking to trade, but I don't know, Wolfix is super dug in. It's well, yeah, the mines are good, but the one spot he doesn't have mines is the direction the Arbiter is going. But we've got 3 turrets, so I don't. Oh, yeah. See, this is the thing: is Moonrai plays Terran, so
yeah,
he knows the way to go, and he's gonna recall where there's no mines, or is he gonna go all the way up?
Wow, that's basically the perfect place that he could have done this recall.
Yeah, but it's not really
to avoid the mines.
It's not really gonna do anything. I mean, we get like a turret here, not even a tank. I mean, I don't think that was worth it by any means.
Absolutely not.
He killed a single turret, and so I don't know, not good. But he's got bottom left. Yeah, he's got bottom left. He's making gateways. That's good. I'm sure he's getting storm.
Yeah, I mean,
he's taking bottom right.
This is kind of the thing about Protoss. Like, obviously, yes, this is very bad for Protoss, and it's especially bad. Well, the reason this is bad, it's not so much that we lost a bunch of units, but that we didn't kill anything. Wolfix defended a recall, and is now maxed, right? So this push is pretty terrifying. We probably have 3-2, maybe halfway done. Not quite enough energy on this 5-5 for an EMP, but it will be for the fight. And Moonrai can't fight this. He absolutely cannot fight this. So he's going to try and like skirt around the outside here, maybe looking for a counterattack. Wolfix reading the movement pretty well. I think Wolfix isn't in the biggest hurry because we do have that 3-2 on the way. The big thing is just making sure we're not taking damage from counters or recalls or anything while we're doing this push. Scanning around, trying to find the army, sees it down here to his south.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to lay a bunch of mines to cover his flank, and Moonrai is going to go try to stop this 4th, which is a good move. I mean, not having this gas is so irritating as Terran.
Yeah.
I mean, Wolfix has so much money and no gas. At least the ratio is off. But I don't know how Moon's going to deal with this. But we can lose this natural and this mineral only as Protoss and just save these probes from mineral only and gate up bottom right. And continue to make gates at bottom left and still kind of be okay here. It's so hard for Terran to push up the ramp at the main. It's almost always a mistake to even try to go up there, especially if there's High Templar and cannons. And it looks like we have like a recall.
There's a bit of a recall
with
attempt,
this army,
but there was a kind of a turret line now set up to make sure he couldn't find that same path. Yeah, normally pushing this direction would not feel that good as Terran because you don't actually want to be expanding or pushing this way because you want to be going down the right side, which is why I tried taking a 3 o'clock base, but it's obviously very exposed when you're doing that. Normally at this stage of the game, you'd be worried about Toss having these bases down here and mining down here as well. So when it goes to split map, or like say they had a bunch of gateways here, a bunch of gateways here, then you're suffering trying to get up a ramp that doesn't matter because it's going to be basically a mined out base. So it doesn't really feel like you're accomplishing anything normally. And yeah, so he is going to take this base after pushing. We'll probably go for... I thought maybe we would go for a light contain. But we're actually going to pull back and just come back to mid. Happy with killing the base, not getting counterattacked. And I guess we'll set up to defend 12 o'clock? Or maybe he'll just take it kind of raw here. We're a little bit exposed. I'm just a little bit worried for Wolfix starving out in the long run here. And yeah, see, so
Yeah.
Moonrai gonna come up here and deny the 4th. Wolfix gonna be pushing cross position. And not much coming here, at least, to deny this base. But Wolfix is gonna need one more base, like maybe in the next 5 minutes or so. This will be mined out. And then we'll be on one base eco, which can be a bit scary for Terran.
I mean, he's gonna need another base if Moonrai makes a move to trade with this army, but I mean, if Wolfix doesn't really lose any supply, I mean, his bank is huge.
True.
He can remax twice here and just kill Protoss's eco.
Yeah, we've had no Templar yet this game. Okay, we have 1 Templar.
Yeah, he really needs cannons and High Templar on this ramp, but yeah, I feel like Wolfix could have even pushed the main here, but he just didn't know it was up there, and it's just always smart, just turn around and go kill something else. He's gonna find bottom right. Wolfix just scouted it. It looks like Moon's trying to go carriers.
Yeah,
Maybe he's gonna double pump arbiters from over there.
Well, we made a 2nd core, so he was definitely thinking of a carrier transition.
But Moon just seems like he's not sure what to do. Looks like he stopped 3 o'clock.
Yeah,
Did a recall, forced a lift off. Where are the SCVs? Did we get them all? No, plenty of SCVs left.
But yeah, I mean, you see what I mean now, right? Like, this is where it actually gets a little bit scary. Like, we have a lot of bases to snuff out still. We don't know what Moonrai's eco situation is, but we know that we're not mining anymore. Like, right now, Wolfix is still fine. If this were saturated, I would actually be pretty worried for Wolfix right now. But since we're not really mining as Moonrai either, I think it's going to be fine. We just got to make sure we're not bleeding off a bunch of army to, like, storms and stuff.
I think now is the time for... I mean, Moon hasn't really made any engagements with his army. I mean, like, while Wolfix is split up like this, I feel like is when he should be trying to do stuff and get some trades in. The old Wolfix has a ton of supply just sitting at bottom left. Oh, okay, Stasis the ramp. Just trying to deny mining. It's still good, just delaying this 3 o'clock base, like you said, where that money went away quick for Wolfix. I mean, it was like 7,000 at one point. Getting air upgrades. No carriers making yet.
We are getting the upgrades at least.
Yeah. And did Moon took 12 o'clock, it looks like? Okay,
yeah,
but
we
there's
just don't
no
have probes.
Yeah, there's no probes. I mean, I still think Wolfix is okay here unless Moon gets like a godlike engagement with really good stasis or something, because I don't know, he doesn't have storm, and I mean it's possible if you have enough arbiters with stasis to deal with the 3/3 Terran, but I think he's only maybe got 2 arbiters on the map right now, and that one's almost dead. Okay, here we go. This is what we need here. Now Wolfix not mining is a big issue. Do we have any storm?
Yeah, no storm. And one of our arbiters did get EMP'd before it could get another set of stasis off.
Okay. Yeah, now Moonrai is like falling behind in supply. So, not looking good.
Yeah, Wolfix almost not mining, but Moonrai just not wanting minerals. We have all of our gases saturated, but we have legit 1 base mining minerals right now. This one's going to be running out soon.
Yeah, it looks like he invested the last of his money into carriers. Probably has 1 making in the main, too, at the other Stargate, I imagine. It's kind of a sweet move, though. I mean, because Wolfix doesn't have another gas. I mean, it's not like he can make a ton of Goliaths here. He needs this base.
Yeah, look into EMP. Oh, good.
Oh, that's not good.
No, it's not good. But I still don't see Moonrai being able to beat this army. The only thing is... Well, I would say Wolfix doesn't really have enough Goliath, but he still has enough bank to make a bunch of Goliath when he needs to. Like,
yeah. The problem here is that Wolfix might decide that he needs to, like, hunker down and really defend this base since it's his only mining base and sit for a minute. And that's going to give Moon time to, like, make more probes, take another expansion. Because he's, like you said, he's not really mining. Man, he really needs to transfer some workers to bottom right. He's got map control right now. He could easily do that from his natural. But if Wolfix sit here is for too long and, you know, lets 6 carriers get out, it's always a hassle to deal with carriers no matter what's going on.
Yeah, it's tough for him to read the situation right now. You, as the Terran player in this situation, you feel like the Protoss is maxed with possibly a big bank right now, and the way that it feels like you throw is by trying to push up the ramp to kill a base, right? You're going to be walking into cannon storms and who knows what else. So he's worried about pushing and losing his army because we're just not mining anymore. So like you said, he's going to try and play it slow. Finally got our third gas going. We do only have one SCV on it right now. He's probably going to try to look to push towards the bottom right and expand as he pushes.
Yeah.
And as I say that, we're going towards the top left, so I'm just always wrong with Wolfix.
Yeah, still no High Templar. I mean, it is so good as Protoss to have some High Templars up on a ramp and spread them out so you can't get them all with a single EMP. Saving the probes, smart move. Taking bottom left, another smart move.
Mm-hmm.
And just still kind of, he's done a good job just playing refugee toss this game. I mean, we only had the one engagement in the center of the map. That's like the only real battle that's happened this game. And Moon's just been running all over the place. And going for those carriers. But now Moon's really broke.
Yeah, I wonder if Wolfix is planning on taking this base then. Observer, gonna fly into the 3 o'clock base and see if maybe we can find a recall opportunity, but yeah, it's not gonna be there. Observer's gonna turn around after seeing all the Goliath, the tanks, the turrets.
Do we have a group of carriers at top left?
I think he's continuing to make arbiters out of this one.
Yeah, you're
while
right.
building up carrier here. Wolfix smartly going after the army. I think in this case is like really smart. Like you don't want to get countered or anything. So he was just scanning for the army and looking to fight the army because he knows how much more powerful his is going to be.
Yeah, actually getting these probes here is kind of a big deal right now. Moon is so broke. He's really on low eco. Bottom right is still, you can just tell from the minimap, not saturated. But like this base, we're never getting up here as Terran. I think he's got 3 High Templar up there. He should probably
4.
spread those out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, there's a 4th one. Is it only 2 carriers? Wow, I
No,
thought he
no,
had 4.
It's 4 carriers, isn't it? Yeah, it's 4.
Okay, yeah, so he's gonna have 6 carriers soon, and then he's gonna start harassing 3 o'clock. I'm kind of surprised Wolfix hasn't floated his CC from his mineral only to 12 yet.
He does not suspect carriers at all, by the way.
Yeah, he hasn't scanned for it, huh? Yeah, you're right, and that's kind of a problem that he's maxed, and that there's a bunch of carriers. But
yeah.
He does have a group of Goliaths and some turrets at 3 o'clock. It looks like Moon is probably moving his army over that way. Maybe he's gonna
look to use this to stasis the ramp, but an EMP on this means that this base is 100% dead.
Yeah, for sure.
Wolfix scanning around looking for the army, sees just a small chunk here, not getting suspicious yet of just not seeing much army. I can't believe he hasn't scanned into this space to see what's going on yet.
Okay, so we're just going to delay here. Again, Moon's doing a good job playing the refugee toss style. I wonder if he's going to try to take 12 again. He probably should. I'm really surprised Wolfix hasn't taken that base. Moon famously has terrible carrier micro. Hopefully he doesn't lose his carriers to turrets, which we've seen him do before. Already losing 1 carrier to 4 Goliaths. That's not what you want to see.
Yeah, well right now it's hard because our carrier upgrades are still really low. We're on 1-1 only, and against the 3-3 Goliath, they're actually really bad.
Yeah, that's definitely true. We're losing an Arbiter with 175 energy down there. That's not good. We could have stasis the ramp again. Moon denying 12 o'clock from Wolfix. But, look, Moon has bottom right, and Wolfix isn't mining. And Protoss with 8 carriers and 1 mining base is... It can still be done. It looks like he's not... He should be making carriers right now. He's not. APM falling down to 80. just not sure what's going on here. Just staring at the screen.
He's just watching his carrier, man.
He's just watching him like a hawk, looking for wraiths. I do know Wolfix likes to go wraith first.
This
carriers,
is getting a
he
little bit scary. I know supply is still really good, but these storms on the high ground, Wolfix scans that and decides we're not even going to go. But this means
we're taking 12 o'clock.
Wolfix is not mining at all right now.
Yeah, and he has no gas. I mean, a few more Goliaths, he's out of gas. I mean, he really...
This is
Did he put his gas
unironically
into
losing,
anything?
like losable for Wolfix right now.
Yeah, he could stop 12, and then Moon can take the natural at bottom left, and it's invincible right here, and he's gonna do it.
This is so risky coming down with the storm like this.
Yeah, even just having the Templars clumped is something that, I mean, just spread them out, guys. If you play Protoss, it's not bad.
Yeah, one scary thing right now for Moonrai is we don't have any observers on this side of the map. We got a couple down up here in our main. But there's like nothing down here for these mines, which scares me for these Templar right now.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he could easily send the goon down there. Okay, we're gonna take 12. He doesn't have enough Goliaths to stop this, especially with the Arbiter. Oh, Moon bringing his High Templar. Are they gonna die at the mineral only?
Yeah,
maybe Moon
we lost 2 of them.
Getting ready for a recall? Is there another Arbiter on the map anywhere?
Okay, yeah, there was, right? Yeah, here at the main.
There it is.
And another one here that's full energy. We did lose 2 of those Templar to mines.
Yeah, I mean, Moon made the 1 observer. I think he literally made.
Oh, this is where our gas was going.
And there's no observers.
Yeah, there's no observers.
There's no observers. Down here. These are gonna get crushed. Unless he stasises.
Scans, he's gonna see no observers.
He's going for the... Oh my god, this is GG.
Yeah.
This is GG. Unless he storms them.
We have to storm on top of the carrier. There we go.
Oh, man. That was super risky from Wolfix, having like nothing, like no mining base and just investing in those raids. I didn't even see when he did that, but he got a whole control group of them.
Yeah, I just wasn't paying attention. That's on me, guys. Sorry about that. I was looking at his gas and wondering where his gas was going the whole time. Did not occur to me that he had a bunch of starports in the corner there pumping Wraith.
Yeah, what a save. Oh. Yeah, even with these storms, we can't really do anything here. Yeah, that's GG, man. Moon's totally dead. Those Wraiths were a hero. That was a hero move.
Yeah, but this
and
is like
all we needed was an observer.
This is standard Moonrai for you guys, by the way, where it's like he's just hard losing, and every game it's like he starts pulling it back from games that look completely over all the time. Yep. This actually got dangerously close for Wolfix.
Yeah, I mean an observer or two with those. Oh yeah, now we're even getting the Arbiter. But yeah, I think Moon's about to GG here. He just is totally broke. Yeah, 17 minerals. That's one of the things that just makes Moon kind of... It makes him entertaining to watch, man.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know, he's just such a the way he plays is just, it's fascinating. It's irritating when you play against him. Because you're like, how is he doing this? You know, it just doesn't make sense. But he usually finds a way, like War said in the chat, you know, the old double Stargate at 25-minute carrier text switch. But, it worked, man. I mean, it worked. It's crazy, but Wolfix just didn't see it coming. I mean, nobody goes and does that, you know? It's totally Moonrai.
It was the slowest burn for a carrier swap I've ever seen before, and it almost paid off.
Yeah. Moon definitely had some potential to win this game here.
He definitely did.
But... yeah, I lost the game the other day in the same situation where I did the race switch off a triple port too, but I made too many Goliaths, you know, and then you don't have enough to fight their actual army, and so if you go Wraiths, don't make too many Goliaths. You want tanks and vultures if you're gonna get a control group of Wraiths. GG.
Hey, GG. Wolfix taking a pretty tough 2-0 lead here now.
Moonrise always got a reason.
Well, Wolfix was very good defensively. Like he actually never looked vulnerable anywhere. It was pretty impressive.
The funniest thing to me about Moonrai, though, is that he plays Terran as his main race. And every time he plays PvT, he complains about Terran, and that's just such a Terran thing to do. You know, it's like watching Artosis play, you know, on his ladder, and everybody knows Artosis gets upset at, like, you know, TVP and TVZ, and then you'll watch Artosis play a TVT, and he'll complain about the Terran, you know, like, oh, how are SCVs so strong, and, you know, get upset. And it's just such a Terran thing to do, to be a Terran player and complain about Terran itself. Only Terran players do that, you know.
Right.
All right. Well, looks like Wolf's in top right. Moonrise at bottom right again. Wolfix getting pretty lucky with the spawns. No cross spawns so far.
Yeah. Yeah, lots of right side mining as well, huh?
Yeah, also true. Every game so far?
Yes, actually, all 3 games.
So we'll see if Moon, like, pulls out a wild card here. It looks, the first game he tried some cheese, didn't work. Wolfix, actually, now that I think about it, dude, the fact that he pulled that out after that failed drop last game is actually kind of insane.
Well, that's kind of the thing, like, Wolfix misread his position in the early game because he should have been, by all rights, ungodly far behind. But he just wasn't, for whatever reason. Like, I'd have to go look at it and break down kind of what Moonrai was doing wrong, but for some reason, even though he deflected those 2 drops, like, really, really well, like, both of them, he just did not have much of a lead to show for it.
Yeah, like you said, there was some oddity that took place where Wolfix took his mineral only in that game, and Moon just had no units. He had, like, 8 goons.
Yeah.
And he should have been way far ahead.
When is Wolfix going to 6 racks versus Moon? I don't know, I wanted to see it, but I guess we're not going to get it.
Yeah, I really wanted to see it too, but I think I don't think Wolfix is willing to lose a game to Moonrai. I think is what's going on here.
That's what it is, yeah.
Because I know Moon did beat Wolfix the last time they played, not in a series, just took a game from him.
Yeah,
so,
I feel like he's trying to make a statement here because he's just playing really solid play.
Yeah, and I know the last time they kind of like Wolfix lost to Moonrai, then they played like 3 games in a row, and Wolfix only went gasless all 3 games with like a solid 6-pack behind it, just no mistakes, you know. And like I was saying, Moon was so mad about, oh, Terran's, you know, gasless fan is so strong, and Wolfix is like, you play Terran. Again, it's looking totally standard, and even Moonrai playing standard. They're both going to get last scout. So Wolfix is going to have to probably go 3 Marine before he takes his command center, which is a little unfortunate. I'm imagining that Moonrai is going to go ahead and go rangeless. That's usually what he does.
I was thinking rangeless. That's his most common build, and he hadn't done it yet this series. So yeah, it looks like it is going to be a rangeless build here. So it's going to be 21 Nexus for Moonrai.
No goon here?
Where's
there a goon?
There's a goon. Yeah, 21 Nexus is with goon, 19 Nexus is without goon.
Okay, 19 Nexus. Yeah, that makes sense. Wolf's gonna spot it. Let's see if he decides to put down a 3rd depot and rush it.
Oh,
because you can't pull the boys on these spawns here. On close spawns versus rangeless as Terran, you can put down a 3rd depot and pull the boys, and he's gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
He puts down the 3rd depot, so he's gonna keep making Marines, and he's gonna pull like 8 SCVs here and rally Vultures and try to bust this Nexus timing.
Yeah, this should be bustable, but one thing the Moonrai did that I see him do a lot on these maps, this forward pylon is so we can do a full wall so the Vulture cannot get in.
Yep. Yeah, he does a really good job at this wall. He usually leaves the probe there, and then he'll throw down a gateway.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not gonna scout with the probe because he knows it's the last spawn, so he's gonna check with his goon. And Wolfix kind of, what is he doing? He's just building up his supply, and he's gonna go with
2 Vulture. So it's
I think he's
kind
just
of a light pressure, I guess, is what we're doing here.
Okay, I thought he was gonna pull the boys. Now he kind of has to get some work done here.
This is really annoying, though.
Yeah, and he has to get some work done here because he's just gonna make a gateway.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then just fight the Marines.
Like, this is actually really good for Moonrai right now.
Yeah, I mean, Wolf already delayed his command center by going 3rd depot, and so now he has to get some work done. But which I think he maybe can. Wow, we're already 3 SCVs. Make another pile. I mean, yeah, this is. Decent micro.
Yeah, one vulture
Yeah, I
there,
mean,
one Dragoon getting very low. Does pick off one vulture here, and he's going to start using the high ground now, but the vulture gets inside to start killing some probes, which at least mitigates some of the damage that he's taking back at home. We did eventually kill this.
1 probe, maybe? Maybe we'll get 2? There was only 1 probe in the natural. He didn't transfer.
It was 2 or 3, actually, because he killed the one that was in the wall, and I think there was 2 here.
Okay. Okay, there's an... Oh, yeah, you're right. He's got some kills on that vulture.
Okay, going up to 5
Okay, so maybe
kills.
5... But still, I'd have to say Wolfix is... Well, he's definitely behind. Where is he? I mean, the supplies are...
It's even,
actually really close.
To be honest, it's pretty close to even, I feel like. We do have to remake the Marines a little bit, so that does kind of slow us down some. But I think with 5 probe kills, it's hard to say, because I think we lost 3 or 4 SCVs as well, so it might be like slightly Moon favored, or even if it looks like we may have been cutting probes. Because Moonrai's supply just isn't as high as I feel like it should be right now, considering the way that went.
Yeah, knowing Wolfix, like every time Wolfix does an attack or something, he's very good about queuing up the SCVs. Oh, and we're going to run through mines here. This is kind of the standard Moonrai fashion I was talking about with the observerless style.
Yeah, he's going to try and go around, but this isn't going to work. These 3 guns could easily get eaten alive for this.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he doesn't even need the mines to kill these goons here. This is a little bit of a silly move. I'm not sure what he's thinking here. 1 goon goes down. Yeah, I think it's just that Moonrai or Wolfix is much better about making workers under panic.
I think that's
under intense situations. That's really one of the things about S players too, is that no matter what's going on, an S rank player is going to keep making workers. When there's a Reaver in their base or DTs come in and they got to spam a bunch of turrets down, they're going to keep making workers. And this push is getting kind of serious. One of the 5 goons is really weak. I mean, it's good he made that second gateway, and the speed vultures are going to come in. Oh, wow. I mean, I don't know if that was on purpose or if it was just the way the goon went, but it was definitely an accident.
Yeah. I mean, Moonrai is going to clean this up.
Yeah, so...
But the big thing about this is that we're stopping Moonrai from taking a 3rd by doing this. Oh, actually, we had the probe tucked away here. I didn't realize that. He had the vulture over here earlier. So I don't know if we tucked it away or maybe snuck it by during the push or something, but somehow this probe got in here and actually gets the 3rd base down. We went dropship. Man, it's hard to keep up with everything Wolfix is doing.
Yeah, this is really, I feel like, uncharacteristic of him. I usually don't see him play this way, but he's really wanting to hand it to Moon. Just playing super aggressive. Is there a robo? I mean, okay, Observer's coming.
Yeah, Observer is out at least, but losing probes and having a transfer already hurts a lot.
And you can see here, like, he's not... Okay, he is starting to make probes again. That's good. That's what you want to see, even when you're under duress. But and then expanding towards Wolfix here also. I mean, we really should have taken the 6 o'clock base. Is that the second? No, that's got to be the first armory.
Yeah.
So, okay. I mean, at least we're not going to get pushed for a while.
Yeah, Moonrai has time, but Wolfix can be really happy with this opener. And it looks like we're going to be redropping as well. He has harped on about how we need to play dropships against Moonrai more often because he feels like he's very vulnerable, and I think he's kind of showing us what he meant by that. And yeah, this redrop going to catch Moonrai completely off guard. We have both observers up here. 2 vultures trying to run by to the natural as we're dropping more vultures into the main. So once again, we're going to have to transfer. We're going to lose these gas probes again. Going to have to try and dig through these mines if we want to send the Dragoons, but we're actually just going to go. We're just going to screw it. Let's just go for the push. He's torturing me. I don't want to do this anymore. Let's see if we can kill him.
And I mean, if there's no tanks here, man. I mean, there are 0 tanks. Like, we can lift off the natural here. Unless the tank's going to pop and we have siege on the high ground, then we'll be fine. But
Wolfix trying to start a panic bunker. This reaction not expected at all by Wolfix, and I get it. Like, this is a Moonrai thing to do. He is very unpredictable.
What's going on down in front of his natural? Okay, just mines and probes. Transfer into the 3rd instead of going back to the main. Okay. That Vulture's got 8 kills. Looks like it's going up to 9. Moonrai not paying attention at all. The the Protoss player's bane of the one vulture behind the mineral line that doesn't get noticed. I mean, that vulture down there's got to be racking up kills, Ozzy.
Yeah, it's at 12 right now. It's just going to town.
Oh my god. So, if we didn't lose these goons here, then, you know, it's hard to say. We killed the armory, making the +1, which is nice, but oh, we haven't even been mining. And Wolfix has got a dropship coming to drop the third base.
Wolfix
and,
is relentless today, dude.
This is gonna hurt. And he's gonna go drop the main and find that there's no probes in here, which is the meta of Moonrai. Tricks on you, I transferred all my workers to my third. Still gonna get a few probes.
Man, you wouldn't know by watching Wolfix that his APM is the same as mine. Like, it just seems like he's always microing his units, but then he's just got something behind it going on constantly.
A famously slow Terran player for how good he is. I mean, Wolfix gets S, and he's just right around 200, 215 APM, which is, like, really impressive. It just goes to show, you know, game knowledge is such a huge part of this game, you know? Everyone talks about how Terran is the most mechanically demanding race, and it's tough to play, but with good game knowledge and micro, I mean, Wolfix definitely is a really good player for, you know, having, I wouldn't say bad mechanics, he's just slow.
Yep. Yeah, he has really good mechanics. Really good mechanics, really good decision making. Really
yeah, and he just makes a lot of use of, you know, he's always preaching about queuing up the factories, queuing up the command centers, and just, you know, maybe you're not sending your workers to mine every time they pop out, but you're never cutting them, and you come back, you send 3 to mine at a time or whatever.
Ironically, this armory at the natural kind of came back to bite us. We didn't get our +1 before it died.
Wolfix just way ahead in supply, and you know what you were saying earlier about Wolfix talking about going dropship versus Moonrai specifically, all the Protoss players in our Discord over here are always talking about how we need to go dropship more often in general. I think it's the bane of a lot of Protoss players. Just that's one of the things about a good Terran player uses vultures. They're such a good unit, and how many vultures die without laying into their mines needlessly?
Right.
It's a lot, you know.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, drop gonna keep just coming back over and over again until it dies, I guess. We're going for round, what is this, 4 now with this drop chip?
I think we even trapped our goons down there at our third, so dedicated to defending.
Yeah.
For life.
Wolfix scans ahead, sees the goons are stuck down here. We're actually going to unload on the outside. And just going to try to get some volleys on the probes here. Two probes with that shot.
I mean, given the situation in the game already, this trade is awesome. Save the dropship. You know, a couple probes, a goon.
Yeah, this at least was deflected pretty well for Moonrai. It's just that he's pretty far behind. Well, I say that. Supply is good for Wolfix, but he doesn't have anything outside of supply going for him. We haven't even started our +1.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to matter here with this push, though. This is a lot of tanks. There's no follow-up for Moon. Does he have comsats, or did he lose his academy before he made him? Okay, he does. Oh,
yeah, he was scanning.
Oh, no, that academy lived. Okay. Yeah, I can't see Moon holding this. I mean, maybe if he had 4 DTs in this shuttle or something. But there's a mine right there. Oh, is the shuttle empty? A trick shuttle. Classic.
Could be empty. Wolfix immediately got scared, though, and shot his own mine when he saw how bad that could have been.
Yeah, I was expecting a zealot bomb of a Protoss's wet dream right there, but it didn't happen. Going for the counterattack again, which worked before, so...
Yeah, it's not the worst idea. I mean, he knows that he can't beat this army head-on right now. I mean, look at this tank count. Like, it's so hard to deal with how little he has.
Yeah, and we can lift our CC here. 1 tank on the high ground is going to hold all these goons with an SCV block, no problem. You know, counterattacking Terran is like...
Oh, man.
I mean, I always love it when a Protoss player tries to do this to me, because it's just so easy to siege your ramp, and like 2 tanks on a ramp like this with SCVs can hold an infinite amount of goons. So this is definitely GG. There's just no way he's gonna stop this. This is so many tanks.
Yeah, I think going for the counter and trying to create some chaos is the best Moonrai could have done. We're so far behind from all these drops that it's not going to be enough here. is gonna kill the CC at least. So, I mean, Wolfix is like close to mined out. We might be going DT drops, by the way. Like,
yeah, dude, maybe we're gonna get a
there is a world
situation.
There is a world where we can win with a shuttle and some DT.
How many scans do we have?
Just,
well, no, we have a science facility. I mean, we made the starport.
No,
if we
don't
lose
have
all of our
sci-fi.
DTs to one scan, we're dead.
Yeah, that's kind of what we want the shuttle for, right? You want to be unloading one at a time on top of the tanks and stuff.
How many more scans does he have?
It was full, so we're gonna have 2 more.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, an awesome game from Wolfix though. Super aggressive from the very beginning, non-stop action, and I just don't think Moon could keep up with all this decision making from Wolfix.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just kind of overwhelmed by the multitasking and everything from Wolfix, and like you said, the decision making just felt like Wolfix was just always making the right plays, the right calls, the right responses.
4 Goliath drop like it's TBT. Are we out of scans? Like,
we have one.
We're not mining our third base. I don't know what happened there that made Moon pull his probes. Maybe a drop happened at the third base while all this was going on. Because if like Moon was still mining the right side base and we get all these tanks.
Yeah, I mean Wolfix is dead. Like he has no mining happening right now, but I guess Moonrai doesn't either.
Yeah, but Wolf could throw down a science facility here.
Yeah.
And he doesn't really have the gas.
So we have the vessel making right now.
Yeah, so there's just no way.
But it's a good effort by Moonrai. Super annoying to deal with for Wolfix. But
this 4 Goliath drop is just cracking me up a little bit, almost BM, I think, at this point. Letting Moonrai know who the boss is. I mean, Wolfix on a 3-0 rampage, not going to drop a game in either series and take $50 home, dude. Which is going to go straight to whiskey.
Yeah, Wolfix playing really, really solid all night tonight. Like his builds, his responses, his reaction to the situations, like everything has been really, really solid.
I almost want to have him play Artosis just because he's playing so hot. I feel like it'd be good. Maybe Moon will be played out after this, you know. GG. Well, we should go over to the other chat and see what Moon has to say. A little post-game interview.
Alright. Wolfix taking the 3-0, undefeated in both series, getting $50 tonight, playing really, really well. And yeah, we're going to hop into the channel and listen to these guys.